How powerful Iran is.
Iran has unveiled what it says is its missiles can fly on a complex trajectory at least 5 times faster than the speed of sound. That makes them difficult to be intercepted.
Well, this is the first in Iran's ballistic missile arsenal. It was first announced by the Aerospace Division of the Revolutionary Guard. It's for deterrence purposes. It's something that will protect not only the Iranian nation, but also regional countries from what he called aggressive countries that are trying to destabilize the region.
Iran does not have any modern war equipment, nor does any country in the world offer modern weapons. While Iran is also facing severe economic sanctions, we see what are the strengths of Iran that keep it standing against the more powerful countries, and what are the weaknesses that ultimately bring it to this point, that Iran has to make a nuclear deal with Western countries. Iran's greatest strength is its geography. Iran is located on the banks of the Persian Gulf. This place is not only rich in oil itself, but it is also the route for the supply of 40% of the world's oil. If it is closed, the global economy will suffer a severe blow. That's why the U.S. warships are permanently stationed in this area to protect the supply line from any possible campaign. These warships are a constant threat and challenge to Iran. Another major weakness of Iran is its revolutionary and ideological government. The reason for this is that the current government of Iran was established as a result of a revolution against American interests. Due to this ideological position, Iran becomes a party instead of being neutral in the conflicts of its neighboring countries, and due to this reason, Iran has deep ties with current Shiite government of Iraq, with the Lebanese organization Hezbollah and the Palestinian organization Hamas, and Syrian President Bashar al-Assad. Iran also provides military and economic support to these countries and groups against Israel. The Arab armed organizations Hezbollah and Hamas use Iranian missiles against Israel. The fronts on which these countries are fighting an open war with Iran include Syria, Yemen, and Palestine. Israel is carrying out airstrikes on Iranian installations in Syria, so Iran is targeting organizations that have Saudi and American support. Iran is the 21st largest military power in the world. While its enemy, the United States, is the first, Israel is the 15th, and Saudi Arabia is the 24th largest military power. Iran's defense budget is only $6.03 billion, while the U.S. budget is $773 billion. Israel's is $24.3 billion, and Saudi Arabia's defense budget is $69 billion. The Iranian army consists of 545,000 soldiers. The most powerful part of the Iranian forces are the Revolutionary Guards, which number 100,000. In addition, Iran has 477 aircraft and more than 1,600 tanks. Despite the strict sanctions, the Iranian army in the Arab region is considered to be the third most powerful military. Since Iran cannot receive modern weapons from other countries due to sanctions, it is made up for the lack of conventional weapons with missiles. Currently, Iran is developing short-range and long-range missiles with a range of 300 to 2,500 kilometers. These missiles are proudly presented by Iran in its military parade. Iran also produces fighter jets, tanks, helicopters, warships, submarines, drones, and other weapons. But international experts believe that Iran's war technology is outdated, so these weapons will not be able to compete with modern weapon systems in open combat. The power of the countries is not only weapons and ammunition, but their international relations are the most important part of their power. China and Russia are the first among Iran's international alliances, but due to the international sanctions, they also cannot openly sell weapons or technology to Iran. However, after Iran's nuclear deal with Western countries, when the restrictions were eased, in 2016,
can you be as clear as you can about what Iran's military relationship is with Russia right now, especially as it pertains to drones, Iranian drones?
We have connections with different countries, economic relations, trade relations. With Russia, we have trade and economic relations. We have defensive relations and defense cooperation.
Russia provided Iran with the S-300 defense system. It was the weaponry and missile defense system that Iran desperately needed to protect against possible Israeli attacks. Iran's military power does not include nuclear weapons, because after the deal with Western countries, Iran has stopped the production of nuclear weapons. From an economic point of view, Iran's GDP is $432 billion according to the IMF. What makes Iran's economy a little stronger under international sanctions is oil and gas. After Venezuela, Saudi Arabia, and Canada, Iran has the largest known oil reserves, while Iran is the second largest country in the world with gas reserves. But U.S. sanctions have made it difficult to sell oil. Despite the sanctions, Turkey, China, and India have been buying oil and gas from Iran, which has been providing a lot of support to the Iranian economy. Iran is also ready to sell gas to Pakistan, but due to American pressure and price dispute, Pakistan is not ready to buy gas. Foreign investment in Iran is negligible. The problem for Iran is that it cannot depend on gas and oil alone for long. It has to increase its industry and exports, for which the end of global sanctions is necessary. Due to its problems, Iran could not become a major political force. But Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, Gaza, and Yemen are under the political influence of Iran to a large extent. Therefore, the world power is not ignoring Iran completely. America, Israel, UAE, and Saudi Arabia are open enemies of Iran and want its elimination, while Russia, India, China, Pakistan, Turkey, and Qatar are among Iran's close or friendly countries. So we can easily say that Iran is the third largest military power in the Middle East, but due to economic restrictions, old defense technology, and constant conflicts with the big powers, Iran is a big country standing in a weak place.